Yer. Welcome to another episode of The Discussion. And I am the bad guy, aka Captain Caveman, alongside my esteemed colleague, obviously the good guy, Mr. Edel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's me, baby. I'm in the place to be. How you feeling today, my good brother?
Hey, man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. What about yourself? What about yourself,
Oh, man, I'm feeling awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? A great day at work. It was pretty busy, but, you know, great day. You know what I mean? Yeah, got the chance, to get home and see the family before I came to the show.
Right.
So that made a difference, you know what I'm saying? Seen Blood today for briefly.
Shout out to Blood. You seen Blood?
Yeah, I seen her today, man.
Yo, that's what's up, man. When you look pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is my new dress code from work. So,
nice, collar shirt on.
Well, I try to look like a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a corporate office.
Well, you done came a long way from the Blue Coat Boys, man.
Well, I have. Definitely, I have.
Yeah, you looking real sharp today.
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
Man, I'm pretty sure that there are people in the comments that's looking real sharp too, man.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to everybody in the comment section. If it's your first time checking out the show, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get your notifications each and every time we drop some new content.
Yes, indeed.
Yo, hey, can I ask you something?
Yes, sir. Anything, man. Listen, get it off your mind, baby. Ask it.
Is the PayPal pinned above?
You already know it is.
The PayPal is pinned above. So if you're feeling charity in your heart and you want to donate to the show and help two brothers along the way, community service work and different things of that nature, build up the set,
Right.
make a pledge, man.
Hey, listen.
Make a subscription.
Listen, man.
pledge.
Y'all drop a couple dimes, pennies, man. Whatever y'all got for the people, man. We take it, man. Look, we not picking. We doing this for the people out there, man. So look, we entertain after our day jobs. We come and present this beautiful show to our people out there, man. We love y'all on the discussion.
And matter of fact, even if they don't have PayPal, they can still hit us up via Cash App.
That's up there as well.
At money sign CJ Dove.
Yeah.
And money sign 23A Rick.
Can I say it this time?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
That's the only time
Only time.
you get to call me by my real name. Other than that, call me E, man. You know what I mean?
Make a
See,
pledge.
listen, you done took over that part so much. You know what I mean? You done took it over. I'm like, yo,
Because I like it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of my favorite,
I love it,
parts
man.
of the
I
show.
love
You know, that 23A Rick, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love it, man. I'm telling you, I love it, man.
And with that being said, man, we're going to have a great show today, brother.
Yeah, we gonna have a great show today, man. And look, I think we need to get the classic of the day before we get into the show. You know what I'm saying? And then, we're gonna break some things down today.
Classic of the day, we taking it back to the golden era. Y'all might as well get used to that because that's what I do. Unless the spirit moves me, more times than not, we're going to be in the golden era. And today, the golden era is one of the dopest hip-hop artists of all time.
Okay.
I've even heard people call this man the GOAT.
Ooh.
One of the illest.
Okay.
He was a lyrical pioneer.
Yo, who you got?
Some of his techniques and wordplay still being used to this day.
Son, who you
One
got?
of the most clever MCs of all time.
Son, who you got?
He's a ladies' man. He's a smooth operator.
Okay.
And he's raw.
Son.
Do you know how I gave you a few hints? You
Son,
know
that can't be the Kane, can it?
It's the King.
Oh, man, you know I'm down with the Kane.
BDK, Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
How you feeling about King?
Man, come on, man. Stop it, man. You already know. Look, if you gotta ask, I don't love hip-hop. You know what I mean? You gotta ask, man. You ain't gotta ask me how I feel about it. You know what I
I
mean?
can dig it. Yeah, BDK, man. Shout out to BDK. Shout out to the whole team, man. Shout out to the whole Juice crew.
Don't he live down here in Raleigh somewhere?
Shout out to Mr. C in Durham.
And Durham?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Daddy Kane, if you're watching this show, man, come on the show, man. Be a part of the show over here on the discussion, man. Over here, man. Over here right near you, baby.
Now, me, personally, I think Big Daddy Kane's first two albums are his classics.
Yeah?
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just tell my truth.
Right.
Long Live the Kane.
Yeah.
It's a Big Daddy thing. pushed him into legendary status.
Ooh, yeah, it does. He's legendary. He's definitely legendary.
So with that being said, there are many songs that I could choose from this brother that we'll all get up and feel like dancing to and know the lyrics to.
Right.
Today I picked one that everybody might not know the lyrics to, but it's a classic.
Okay, let's put it down there.
So today, classic of the day, Big Daddy Kane.
Introducing.
Yeah, I mean, Big Daddy
Young,
Kane.
Gifted, and black.
And look, we do not own the rights to this music. We just giving you a little clip, baby, of what we doing on the discussion, man. Sometimes I do challenge you, but a lot of times I do agree with what you're saying about hip hop. Because look, you get nothing like this anymore. You get nothing remotely close to this anymore.
See, you know what I mean? It's like this, man. When it comes to hip hop, right? You have different classes, right?
Right.
You got the people who love it. You have the people who are in love with it.
Right.
Then you have the casual fans, right?
Right.
Being in love with this culture takes you to another place, man.
It does.
And it's like this is what people don't understand. You can love the culture.
Right.
You can be a dude that write rhymes every single day.
Right.
And not be in love with the culture.
I agree.
You understand? You in love with one aspect of the culture. Or you might even be in love with hearing your own voice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
It's a lot. Hip hop breeds arrogance now. Let's not get it twisted.
Right.
When I, my beginnings with this culture kind of goes back to when I was a kid, man.
Right.
Seeing Beat Street.
Woo!
And matter of fact, I think we need to dedicate a whole episode to Beat Street.
Yo, listen, man. I don't know. We got to come in dressed like that then.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I'm gonna have to
agree with that.
Listen, I'm gonna have to come in dressed like that. I'm gonna have to, you know what I mean? Listen, don't test me, son. We can do it. You know what I mean? I'll put my Adidas up right here in front of the camera.
Hey, I like that idea.
You know what I mean? One shoe on, one shoe off, just to let the people know, look, I came in with this attire on. You know what I mean? With my game face on. To come in here and discuss these matters with my brother.
So being in love with the culture is a little bit different from loving the culture.
Right, it is.
You talking to somebody, we used to like songs, look on the back for the credits,
right.
See what they sampled
right.
to make the record, then go buy that and try to recreate what it was we just heard.
Listen, I'm familiar with you doing that though. I used to watch when you used to do that. Listen, when you used to take the tapes.
Me and your brother, at times, would take the 2 tape decks and create beats. We had another boom box or whatever
right.
to record what we're doing here. Then I remember I had a little Casio keyboard. And sometimes we would take that and then play our own like a lot of them keyboards back then used to come with set sounds inside of it.
Yeah, I
so
remember.
we might even layer that on top of man.
Y'all was doing a lot.
We was like mad scientists, man, because we didn't have the equipment to create that, but and we wanted to create our own. Like we like replicating what our predecessors was doing, but we kind of like wanted to do our own. And so that's kind of how it started, man. So when I speak, and I'm not saying I'm correct, and I've since I've been doing the show with E, I've said it several times. I only speak my truth and what hip hop means to me. Right,
but look, I think that a lot of the stuff you say resonate with people. I'm not saying that it doesn't. Look, I don't have to agree with your belief how you see hip hop, because I view it a lot of those things that you view the same way, but I also have views about current hip hop. My thing is, I really just the way it's going, but that's a conversation for another day. But while we on this, but I think don't want no one discredit how you feel or what you believe, and no one could discredit your love for hip hop. I mean, because you're in love with it, and like I said, remember, was it you that I asked? I said, look, if they took hip hop away today, would you think you could live?
Yeah, I could. Because you know what?
That would be a horrible life.
But you know what has happened to me though? you know, I've evolved from being a lover of hip hop to just being a lover of music and composers. And, you know what I mean? I really look up to people like Isaac Hayes and Quincy Jones and Curtis Mayfield, and you know what I'm saying? Right. It's a bunch of people I can name off, but those dudes, James Brown, you know what I mean? They are the architects of what we know as hip hop. Right. Without some of their sounds that they created, just, you know what I'm saying? Just being in a studio with a guitar, a piano, you got a bass player, you got a drum player, and they're in there really creating what we present to the world. Right. Now you do have, you know, I think as time goes on, a lot of hip hop artists have chose to, you know, kind of create their own music. You know what I'm saying? But look, but to me, it just don't have the same flair for the ones that do that. Well, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, some of it don't. I mean, look, I agree with you on that. Some of it don't have that same flair. But I mean, look, you putting it in that perspective. I guess if hip hop was going, you still have, you know, records like that. You know, you have artists like that. And I love that. And I find myself listening to that stuff. And that's because that's where we didn't get hip hop from. We drew we took what they had, and we took the other stuff, wanting to voice our opinion about the streets and what was going on in the communities and how we was being treated in the communities, along with that pizzazz and that swagger from that era with James Brown and all those. Yeah, it worked. You know what I'm saying? I think that we did get that from there. You know, so putting it from that perspective, I guess, you know, without hip hop, you could live, but it would just be horrible.
Them some of the unsung
I don't
heroes,
know. Listen,
man.
I don't know what I would do if I could never hear Nas again. If I could never hear Jay-Z again. If I could never hear Get Rich or Die Trying again. If I could never hear Mobb Deep again. Big L. If I knew I could never hear these guys again, and this is all I was reduced to. Right. If I was reduced to nothing but this, I'm not saying that I wouldn't like it or love it. I just don't know if I would be in love with it as much, because I would be forced to be in love with it. You know what I'm saying?
But that, you know, that's the time before, like, you know what I mean, you couldn't say that to your pops or...
No.
You know what I mean? I remember my mother telling me stories like when James Brown was the man, you know, my grandmother didn't really want them listening to James Brown. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and Millie Jackson and people like that who was kind of like pushing the envelope. But James Brown, and, you know, this is
a man of the people.
But it's like James Brown, though. Like, seriously, like when I sit down and really think about what James Brown did, without question, that man right there is the soul of hip hop.
And he's super
without question, and it's not even nobody else.
And he's super bad.
Yeah,
and he's super bad.
Like the stuff he was doing was so unconventional.
Yes, sir.
Like talking over the beats, and you know what I'm saying? Like
he was like that.
He was doing what they would call jam sessions and recording them and making them records that he was releasing for sale. Yeah. And people thought he was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is he, you know, but the beat is so funky, and you know what I mean? Like, they in there, like those dudes, Maceo Parker, Clive Stubblefield, like, yo, those cats like that are the real pioneers of hip hop.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that. That's
another show. But look, we done got all the way off the topic, man, and we didn't even get into the topic.
Yo, shout out to Sean and Verzuz.
Yo, what up, Sean? What up? And to everybody in the comments, man, we love you, man. We appreciate you on the discussion with C&E, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the good guy, man. But look, we gonna get into this topic with the bad guy, Captain K, man, with Biz Markie, man. Look, we talking about an icon and a legend that is gone.
Yeah, man. That one stinks.
It does.
Biz Markie, like, and you know, we kind of talked about this before he passed away. When it just comes to sheer entertainment, he's easily top 5 in hip hop history.
Listen, you can't erase a guy like that.
He did everything. Biz produced records. Biz, you know, the beatboxing. Biz would rhyme. And then Biz did something that he don't really get credit for, but he should.
What's that?
Biz went through the sample fire first. If I'm not mistaken, and somebody could Google this to see if I'm right, but I want to say when they started to crack down on hip hop and sampling, once the hip hop industry started making money.
Right.
I believe Biz Markie, if not the first, was one of the first to get sued for sampling.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe Biz
Damn.
went through that first.
That's crazy.
Now, like I said, like somebody can check me if I'm wrong, but I believe Biz was amongst the first, if not the first. I remember in hip hop for him to get, you know, headlines. Like, it wasn't a thing until...
Yo, you use my music.
Right.
See, hip-hop became so lucrative.
Right.
And then people started seeing how lucrative it was. Those record companies, those, you know, Jewish people and, you know, some of the white companies, you know, I mean, they own those record companies.
Right.
So, you know,
they wanted their
money.
piece. And they were straight robbing. It's one thing.
That was the industry back then.
Like you see, this is the thing when it comes to sampling, because I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I really do. I get the other side of the coin. But you gotta understand, man, nobody might have played your record in 40 years, man. Or 50 years. Nobody's checking for you no more.
But look,
this is a chance for you
I
to
agree
be
with you. Look,
reintroduced to the world.
I agree with you on that. But look, that's why I say still, it's their music and it's copyrighted.
There you go.
So I can't say that I wouldn't
for a certain amount of years.
Yeah, but I couldn't say that I wouldn't feel the same. I wouldn't feel like, look, it's my, you know what I mean? But if you would just call me up and gave me a courtesy call and say, hey, look, man, can I say, you think you mind if I sample your music, man? I want to try this with it and do this. And, you know what I mean? And you say, okay, I'm gonna give you my blessing, or let me know, look, hey man, that may cost you got to deal, you know what I mean? Or whatever. So I don't know, but then you got record companies owning these guys. That's why I don't like the record companies owning these guys.
Yeah, then a lot of those artists didn't really own their music. So it might not be them calling you out on the sample. It might be a second or third hand business partner. Like, yeah, we want our piece.
Yeah,
and the reason why I say they was robbing hip hop, because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these dudes, they ain't getting no publishing off of that. Like, if they got caught in their sample, let's just say 1 million. Like take, I'm gonna give you a perfect example of this. Diddy sampled Sting on that Biggie tribute record.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Not We'll Always Love Big Papa, but the other one. Missing You, right? Yeah. Diddy does not even own that record.
Okay.
Sting said, I want all of it. I want it all.
What?
Yeah, that was the agreement. So Diddy doesn't make, and it's sad because I feel like that's a way, a check for Big's kids, man, or whoever. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
But you got a guy, and if I had to take a guess, I would say Sting probably doesn't even enjoy hip hop culture at all.
I'm sure he doesn't.
But he owns that record. You know what I mean?
He own a piece of you, bro. And he's not even in your job.
And that's one of that. If not the biggest, it's one of Diddy's biggest records.
Yeah.
That he's ever released.
That was a huge record.
And somebody else.
That was a huge record.
You understand?
That was definitely a huge record by Big. So look, I don't like. You know how I feel about that in a way. I still think the industry being raped. Just by you saying that, it's just enough. Still tell me, let me know. As huge as Diddy was, but look, we gonna stick.
And I heard Shaka Khan is like that too, with her records.
Look,
but that's another topic for another day.
Okay, well look, that's another topic. Let's get into this Dipset thing, man. We got people in the comments want to talk about this Dipset stuff, man. So look, we got this Dipset going on, and the fire is brewing. I'm hearing snitching in it. I'm hearing all these other things in it. Hey, look, for real. I was sitting back and I was just on social media and I was browsing the way I always do, and just happened to see a caption that read, Jim Jones invited, what's his name? Your boy, Alpo. Right. To the party. What is that about?
Yeah, that was the word on the street, and a lot of credible sources. Shout out to Star. Shout out to and there was a couple of other ones.
Okay.
They put the blast out there and said that's what was going on.
Okay.
In the picture is what appeared to be Alpo standing up there, you know, with Jim Jones and who else was there? Mano? Somebody else.
Mano was there.
Right.
Yeah, Mano was there.
Now, to bring closure to that, right? Alpo said it was not him. Jim Jones said it was not him.
Okay.
Mano said it was him, right? Fast forward a little bit. Does it matter?
No, it really don't.
At the end of the day, what difference do it make?
I don't think it make any, but I guess for a street guy, I mean, if you're living,
but see, this is the thing, man. Like, and I think people need to start paying attention to this, man.
Right.
The entertainment business is just what it is.
Entertainment.
The entertainment business.
Right.
I don't know Jim Jones. Therefore, I don't know if he's a street guy or an entertainer.
Right.
I don't hang out with him to know if what he do in the street.
Right.
So it don't matter to me.
Right.
I remember people were saying that about Rick Ross. And I'm like, I don't care. This is just my opinion.
Right.
I personally wouldn't care if Alpo was there or not. Because whatever they got going on don't concern me.
Right.
It ain't gonna hurt me. I'm gonna still listen to Jim Jones the same way. Now, the only time where I draw the line, because I'm not a street guy.
Right.
I raised my family.
Right.
I raised my daughter well. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my goal in life,
Right.
is to take care of my family.
And that's huge. That's great.
So when it comes to snitching and all this other stuff, I mean, yo, I deal with snitches every day at work. I don't care what they do. They gon' snitch, they gon' snitch.
Well, they come and say, hey, Mr. Dub.
What
hey,
I'm
Mr.
supposed to take them out if they snitching?
He over there stealing his honey bun out his locker, Mr. Dub.
Because the reality of it is the streets are not the same no more.
It's not. It's
Dealing with a different ball game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If they want to give Alpo the reign to walk freely in Harlem and do whatever it is that he do, so be it.
Right.
I don't care whatever Alpo does, it doesn't affect me. My 20-year-old self would have been like, you know what?
But ain't that enough to throw a wrench in the game and make the locks in to start looking or maybe saying little things? I don't know, cause maybe not, cause they're at the age where they grown, they way older now. But you know, Jimmy's still out there in the street, of course. So I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Sean going in over here. Sean said Dipset better go get Hell Rel and JR Ryder for this battle. See, Sean, we kind of last episode we kind of went into depth with that aspect of it, about, you know what I'm saying, like who's better lyrically, who's better, who got the most hits and stuff like that. So it's not like we're avoiding that part of the you know what I'm saying, the conversation.
Right.
But just because we talked about it last episode, we kind of focusing more on different aspects of what's going on with this. But yeah, it's like as an older man, as a 43-year-old man, I'm like, what difference do it make if somebody's a snitch?
Right.
I really don't care. I just want you to make dope music. And now that's just me personally. Unless you did some pedophile-ish stuff that really goes against
the moral, because that goes against
my you know what I'm saying, moral code. Because if you rape a child, man, I don't want you to make a dollar.
Yeah, no sympathy. Yeah, I don't want you to make a dollar. Look.
Snitching, I don't look at it like that, because, especially into entertainment business, because I don't rock with these dudes to know if they real or solid like that. Right. A lot of these people not even real street dudes. You know what I mean? This is an image. This is a character that they in.
Right.
When we see him. So why should I hold them to the same accountability as I would do a brother around the way that I grew up with?
Right.
We don't know these niggas street cred.
Right.
They be giving them that type of, like, yo, he's the hardest.
We're giving them too much energy.
Giving them too much, way too much energy.
Too much energy on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know, man. Whether they did it or not, they out there, they in the street. Listen, I always say, look, man, you're out there and you're playing and you're doing certain things. Look, everything is done in the dark. It's gonna come to the light. You know what I'm saying?
And like Jimmy said, something that was real dope to me, because it's the same approach that I would have took to it. Jimmy said, yo, man, I really don't care. And he kind of like got on Queen's Flip a little bit. First of all, he gave Queen's Flip love. Mm-hmm. He said, I appreciate Queen's Flip clearing the air. Well, you know, putting the other side of the story out.
Right.
But he was like, man, I really don't care. What y'all think?
Right.
I don't care if you think I'm a snitch or not.
Right.
I know, and I'm solid in who I am.
Right.
And I know who I am.
Right.
And that's, to me, the best answer you can give. We give too much life to things that don't matter. Whether Jim Jones is a snitch or not,
It don't even matter.
It's not affecting you. You're not in that circle.
Right.
So who cares about it, man? You. That's just how, at 43-year-old me, that's just how I feel.
Well, look, you're thinking like an adult. It don't affect you. I mean, really, it don't. I mean, who does it affect? I mean, so, but like I say, look, when you're out there, you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whoever you want to be.
Now, even if I chose to, you know what I'm saying, dabble back in the streets or whatever the case may be, hey, I know not to do no business with Jim Jones. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, well, look, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not.
I just don't think, you know what, me personally, I think it's just a better way to do things. The street life is just what we call the street life, or what, you know, in the hood called the street life, but I like the gang banging and the hustling, selling drugs, not hustling, because you can be hustling and be hustling, you know what I mean, in any kind of way. But, you know, some of the things that we see, look, now is a different time. There's opportunities out here for you. So I think that you can do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Than killing yourself. If you're going to sit around all day and walk around up and down the street all day, I mean, you could do something productive. You know what I'm saying? Get your life in order. Get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it, how I view it. And if you're out in the street and you're playing, I just don't want to be a part of it. So I eliminate myself from all that. I had to teach myself to eliminate myself from all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care if they doing this. I don't care if he telling. I don't care if he a snitch. Because guess what? It don't affect me.
Not at all, man.
I'm over here living my best life, trying to live my life. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make something of myself. You know
what kind of street niggas is on the internet all day?
I don't know any. Those are not street guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like you know, it's crazy, this whole social media boom, and you know what I'm saying, like giving everybody a voice, giving everybody the opportunity.
It's just
to be
the wave. But you got to do something dumb all the time.
Yo, you know Michael Jackson said that social media will destroy our civilization. You know Mike said that, and that kind of resonates with me, because a lot of the things that I see, it's like I can see why he said that.
Look, even though you may see that it may be, look, I think I look at it from both angles, from both perspectives, because it can mess lives up, civilization. We see it right now. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you can also get other good things from it as well. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like this. Everyone's not responsible in what they do.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're on social media. It doesn't matter if you're at your place of employment. It doesn't matter if you're in class or wherever you are. You know what I'm saying? You just got to learn how to conduct yourself and be responsible. That's it. And if you're not responsible, if you don't want to be responsible, you're not willing to be responsible, then guess what? That's where you get the social media madness, or not just social media, just anywhere, any area in life. So, I mean,
but we still looking forward to it. Like I said, you know, if Jim Jones is a snitch, I'm still gonna watch the Verzuz.
Me too. I'm gonna watch it as well, because this is gonna be real entertaining.
So, it don't matter. It don't matter to me. Like,
I'm gonna watch it. And look, I'm still going with Dipset for the win.
It's even.
I'm going with Dipset.
And the more I thought about it, like after our last conversation about it,
and I went and listened to some styles. Well, you know, Gangsta and Gentleman. That's a hard album. I love it. But I mean, some of the other work, I don't really.
Yo, man,
I mean,
you old enough to remember. Like, you said something that kind of stuck with me. You was like, Dipset got them anthems.
They got them anthems, man. Them anthems
Hold
gonna
up,
kill you.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm old enough to remember being in the club when All About the Benjamins came up.
I'm not saying you wasn't. Hey, look.
You old enough.
Hold up. You got these people. Look, LB, don't be coming for my neck, bro. I know y'all on CJ side tonight, but we ain't talking about no locks. We talking Dipset in here.
I'm old enough to remember being in the club when Money, Power, Respect came up.
Me too. Listen.
And them Rough Rider joints.
But I'm just saying, is that hold
playing.
on. But look,
stop playing and acting like
they don't go out.
And
No,
stop
we
acting
talking
like
about
they
the
don't
Locks.
have it.
That's the only joint the Locks really got, like an anthem
What?
type joint. Like,
Stop.
Hey, look, tell the people where they can find us at home.
They can find us every Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. And you know we black. We might be on time, but then again, we might not. Just give us a few 10, 15 minutes to get it together. Where? On what platforms?
I mean, I think
can
we
they
on
find?
Castbox, we on iHeartRadio, man. We on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Yo, we in the cracks of the earth, man. Come find us. Even in those little dark spaces that you feel like you can't get out of and they won't let you see the light. Yo, the discussion with CD, we right there in the corner. We waiting for y'all, man. So look, drop something on the Cash App, man. Drop something on the PayPal, man. Holla at your people, man. We here, man. The most consistent. We ain't going nowhere. The dopest show, the dopest podcast around. And if anybody say different, they lying to you.
But before we go, we want to give a special shout out.
Yes, sir.
To Biz Markie.
Already.
Rest in heaven. Legend, icon, pioneer. Our condolences and prayers with him and his family, with the family.
Mm-hmm.
And just know Biz will never be forgotten.
Never be forgotten, man. He lives on, man, through his family and his music, man. Shout out to you. We love the Biz Markie family. From the discussion with C&E from the bottom of our heart, man. You'll forever be missed, man. Never be forgotten.
Hey, you got any closing words?
Hey, yo, listen. My closing words for the day, man, is look, just go out there and enjoy yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep your peace, man. Keep your peace of mind, man. Elevate yourself, man. Stay away from the violence, man, and the negativity, man. And I guarantee you, you shall overcome.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all have a great day. Peace. One, two. Microphone checker, 1, 2. Microphone checker, 1, 2.
Microphone checker 1, 2.
Tell you what we're gonna do.
On and on and on, that's how the beat goes.
Uh-huh.
To sell the British
Let's go, Ace.
the afros.
Yeah.
Dance to the cue and it's gone in your toes. I was
Shorts in the summer, Timberlands when it snows. Sometimes I like this. Sometimes I like the mingle. Sometimes I like the people for the of a single. Let's see young Slimmy, but I too young though.
That's because Jimmy
I
might
end up on death row.
Now this here Jim is like a